So we just modeled all the assets we need, and now the only thing left to do is to set up this entire scene and make a cool looking render. So let's get started straight away. I've got the plank right here and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to bring it right over there. And you know what? I'm going to rotate it by 180 degrees on the Z-axis. And now we have a different plank over here than we have over there. But we can also bring it a bit down on the Z-axis. So now let's duplicate this again. Bring it over there. RZ 180. And maybe we can sculpt this some more. Go over to sculpt mode. Take it out here and just make sure that it looks different than the other planks. It's really not that complicated. And those are our planks. So let's take the camera and bring it towards a better position, like somewhere over here, rotate it a bit. And now we've got something to work with. Now there's a couple of things I want to do. So first of all, I'm going to drop a cloth. I'm going to make a plane, stretch it out on the X-axis, stretch it out on the Y-axis. Now subdivide it by 100 times. 100 times, and now we've got plenty of geometry to work with. RX, let's bring it over there. Let's make sure that it falls down like this so it looks a bit cooler. And right over here, go to this tab, to the Physics Properties tab, Cloth. And I'm actually not going to change that much. I'm only going down here, going to collisions, set the quality to 5 and change it to self collisions. And now we have this cool falling cloth. As you can see, we can press on play and it's falling through the table because we forgot something. That is no problem, just bring it back, go over here and set it to collision. So we need to enable collision on all of these. And now let's play this, let's see what it does for us. I think this is fine. So let's go over here, let's go to the modifier tab, cloth, and apply it. So now if we go back, it's pretty much staying the same because there's no longer any animation applied to it. Shade smooth, and it doesn't really work that well. So we have to add the normals, smooth by angle, ignore the sharpness, shade smooth, and increase the angle until it looks right. And that would be at about 180. Now this doesn't look very good, so I'm going to add a subdivision surface modifier, Control 2. Now let's take this, turn it off for now, turn on the notebook, and we've got it right over here. As you can see, it is a little bit big and it consists of multiple parts. So all of this is not connected, and I'm just going to connect it simply by pressing on this, convert to mesh, because I don't know if these are still curves. Control J, and now this is an entire notebook very well. So we can bring it over here, GY, GZ, and lay it on the table. Make sure the scale is somewhat correct. So I think that these are pretty big. And if I look at the size of this one, it says it's almost a meter, which is quite long in my opinion. And what we can do is take all of this, scale it down, including the cloth, by the way. And I think this is not a meter, but around 20 centimeters. So I'm going to set it to S.2, and this would be a more natural scale. So I'm going to bring the camera in right over there, and now our camera properties should be working better as well. This seems like it is a lot more correct, but I still think that these are pretty big. So I'm going to take those, scale them until I think, this looks correct. Now if you want to be fancy, place your 3D cursor right there, set this to 3D cursor, RYY, and then rotate it so that it is entirely laid down on the table without intersecting with it, of course. Not bad at all. So we've got this. We can go to the shader editor, go over here, Control Shift T, Fabric 26, always looks nice. Select all, U, unwrap. Now we have to play around with this until it kind of looks good. Next up, we can bring in some 4K textures over here to make this scene look a little bit better. So let's go over here to the asset browser. I've got the 4K nature assets pack, which of course you can get for free on my Gumroad. So let's take the 4K weeds, bring it over here, bring it over there, and now we've got that. And we also have our compass. Set it on the paper, and now we can also add another cool looking grass blade, for example. So let's take this one, the grass stalk, RX 90. Now it's laying down, bring it on the table, and having it hang off the table just a little bit. And what we can also do is add a brown leaf. So let's take that, bring it over here. It's pretty big, so scale it down, bring it upwards, GX, GY. We can have one sit right over there. Same goes for this one. Let's add it as well, pretty big. So let's scale it down. Maybe we can add some randomization to it by adding some loop cuts, taking this and bringing it upwards, for example. We can also add the ivy asset, so let's bring it over there. Now basically all we have to do is bring in our grass plane. I'm also going to bring in my perfume. Why not? Always looks pretty cool because it's a pretty detailed model. Maybe we can rotate it, set our 3D cursor to this position, 3D cursor, RXX, and have it laid down on the table correctly. And I still think these planks are a bit too large, and we could actually make 4 of them and that it would look better. Let's take these, get it down, That's a lot better. I think it fits a bit better. And now we've got quite some randomization. I'm going to select my camera, go over to camera, viewport display, passepartout, and now we can see what we actually see in the scene. So now let's make a stone. I'm going to add an icosphere right over here. Go to the modifiers, Control 2, add a displace, so type displace right over here. Then we've got a little button, it says new. Then click on this, show texture in texture tab, which is right over here. And click on clouds, and now we've got some distortion going on. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to take that, go over here, maybe increase or decrease the strength towards something that I like better. And I think this is something nice. I'm going to scale it down on the Z-axis, heading over into my asset browser once again, because I have some materials such as the stone material. You can check out the tutorial for that. It is an entire procedural stone material that you can just drag and drop on here, and it will look like stone with some moss. And that looks pretty cool. I think we can duplicate this as well. Bring it over here, maybe change the size of this. So set it to median point, rotate it around, change the size, make it smaller. I think this looks pretty cool. Maybe we can rotate it like so. So that's basically how we add all the assets. And you can of course do way more of this, but this is the general outline of how to do this. And now for the final part, I'm going to add some grass, add some lighting, and add some volumetrics, and make sure that the camera looks good. So stick around. I'm going to use the nature scene that we created a couple of days ago, and you can follow that tutorial in order to make an entire grass plane in 10 minutes using several different assets, and it's very easy, so everybody can do it. Control V. All right, very cool. So I'm going into the HDRI, I'm going to decrease the strength to 0.1, and there's also an area or point light in the scene that I definitely don't want to have here, so I'm going to delete it. And now I'm heading over into the asset library. I'm using the Ultimate Gobo pack, link is in the description. You can of course use your own Gobos if you have them. Otherwise, I recommend getting these. And I'm going to use Real Normal Tree 2. I'm going to drag it in here. GC, bring it upwards. Go over here, set this to 10, and we can increase the blend size, increase the spot size, so that everything becomes a bit brighter, including the grass over there. Now I'm going into the shader editor. I'm going to decrease this value in order to make the shadow bigger until we have something that we like. And now we can increase the radius and it will become a bit more blurred and real looking. But I don't like the color, so I'm heading over to color, black body, and changing this to, let's say, 4500. And now it's a bit more sun-like instead of what we had before. Now I do think that the grass is a bit too far removed in order to have the light shine on it. So I'm going to bring it upwards, and now we also have some lighting variation on our grass. So this already looks pretty good, but we can do a couple more things. So let's select the camera, go over here, depth of field, turn it on, and click on the compass. So we're going to focus on the compass, and the rest should be a bit more blurred, and that already looks a lot better. We are using 2.8, but we can also try 5.6, and that also looks pretty good. So we've got some bokeh over here, we've got some nice reflections. The only thing that maybe I do not like is the texture of this wood. Increase the scale to 0.04. Let's see what it does for us. Okay, not bad. Increase the bump, maybe that does something for us. It has some more detail, and now it springs out. And if you want, you can add some more assets. So if you have the nature asset pack, which is for free on Gumroad, you can also like drag in this 4K weeds. I don't know how this will look over here, but this could be something to opt for if you want to do this. Now the only thing left to do would be to add a volumetric. So I'm going to add a cube, go to the shader editor, press new, take this and switch it out for principled volume like so. In the volume 0.01 and increase it from there, just a little bit of atmosphere. So I kind of like it like this. Of course you can add more nature assets and play around with the lighting. You can take a different Gobo, for example, or have it animate, things like that. Just have some fun with it. And that's how you create a scene like this from scratch. We modeled all the assets ourselves, added some extra photorealism by doing all the details of the paper, for example, and messing around with the procedural textures of our compass in order to have some different type of reflections. We also added some 4K nature textures, made the entire table ourselves using displacement maps and bumps. We also added randomized grass, which we made together in the previous tutorial. You learned how to make a cloud simulation, stones, add a volume, and using Gobos, all in this same video. So I hope it was very useful for you. If you are interested in the Ultimate Gobo pack, I recommend informing yourself through the link in the description. And if you want to become an undeniable force in the 3D space, then I highly recommend watching this video next.